for companies to navigate through. So what does that mean? And what does it mean for companies? And I'll highlight four things that I want to focus on. The first is the pressure to find value-creating growth is really intense right now. The classic, you kind of grow with the markets plus a couple percent, hopefully, and the competitive environments are pretty stable and protected, and you kind of ride decent margins up with that. It's tough to find growth right now. Our clients in many industries are really trying to figure out, in particularly if they're operating in Europe or frankly even the US or others, how they're going to find growth. And it puts a couple elements to that. The first is the ability to make very thoughtful portfolio choices, to decide where in the portfolio there really are opportunities, and to be more ruthless about making choices about what part of the portfolio has potential and what part doesn't. It has an enormous pressure on innovation effectiveness. I told you I worked in the healthcare industry. The pharmaceutical industry for years destroyed tens of billions of dollars of value each year because it couldn't figure out how to get good innovation out of its R&D pipeline. And it's caused massive pressure on the industry, as we see, and it's only in the last few years that we're starting to see the ability to return to, good products that are valued and people are willing to pay for, that are offsetting what they lose from patent expirations and so forth. But that innovation pressure extends way beyond the pharmaceutical industry. I was talking to a senior leader in a major, highly respected consumer company this week. It's their single biggest issue. I hear, from clients around the world. And then lastly, it is still about the emerging markets, because while, as I said before, they're not all moving at the same pace right now, there's still an enormous underlying potential. And if you believe that in the end of the day, the Indias and Brazils, along with China, will sort of get themselves back on a growth path, it still offers enormous potential, and frankly, literally hundreds of millions of people around the world entering the middle class, which is a wonderful thing for the world, puts pressure on a lot of the resources in the world, but net a positive thing. And companies have to figure out how to really be there, which means not just taking their own products from their home markets, but being active participants, tailoring their offerings, building local on-the-ground capabilities, and so forth. So this search for value-creating growth in today's world is I think the first challenge that many companies wrestle with.